Hi. As you can no doubt tell, I am exhausted today. I've been doing rather a lot of gaming the last couple of days. And, just a few moments ago, I neglected to turn on my microphone. And when I say just a few moments ago, I mean about 10 minutes ago. I have turned my microphone on now, so hopefully everyone can hear me. Hello. My brain's not with me today. Evidently. And yet, I think the best thing for that is to try to play a Sherlock Holmes game. Why do we do these things to ourselves, I wonder? Why? The good part is the only thing that anyone's missed me commenting on is just the idea that I'm having to catch up on stuff and remember where we are. So, we're good. We're good. I haven't done anything yet, so we're fine there. So, in short, the only thing that you've missed is us hopping from one location to another. That's it. And so I don't think that's going to be a problem. We were previously at the... Is that going to trouble folks? Is that going to trouble folks over much? I can understand how it might for folks who have... the brain chemistry that I do sometimes, where it's like, wait, no, it's incomplete. I hear you. I see you. Let's load that game. There we go. We're fine. So yeah, just briefly to go over where we were. As it's been a while since I played this, so I was having trouble remembering things, but I looked at some of this stuff again, and I slowly remembered. Basically, our last conversation had to do with the fact that we had let a serial killer go. Broke a serial killer out of jail, and he's now on the loose. But there's this reporter who seems to have a lot of details about everything. And so we want to find out who his source is, because that might actually help us with the mystery. Also,
you have been a great help, dear Toby. I'll ask Mrs. Hudson to send you up some fine giblets.
Let's look at that. There's no detail. There's still people hanging out outside. That's cool. Okay. Moving around, chatting. There's a handsome cab out there. Does that qualify as specifically a handsome cab? I don't know. Are there classifications? Are there classifications of different vehicles? Probably. I don't know them.
Find Farley's office on the map.
So this is what we were just doing. We're going there.
Here we are at Farley's office. One cannot say that ethics play a very large role in his life. Look at the headlines pinned to the walls, like trophies of bad taste. Perhaps we will finally begin to understand the reasons for his persistence in tarnishing your reputation.
Perhaps.
And that is where Watson vanishes for a moment. Once again, we have the teleporting Watson as it autosaves. We have these things on the walls here.
Coffee. It's still hot.
Watson seems to enjoy commenting on the temperature of drinks that he sees.
What should we do next, Holmes?
So one is an inner door, and the other is also an inner door. I have no idea.
This is an electric box. Interesting.
Oh, do they have electric lights in here? This, we're at the tail end of the 1800s, I think. What's the date? $1898. Yes. Let us examine these things.
A press card. Osmond Farley. It's his overcoat.
Yeah. Did we just take the press card?
Cigarettes. An ordinary,
Yes.
inexpensive brand.
Sure, let's just steal your stuff while we're here. I didn't actually read the entire thing, the entire press card, and now I am sad. I
cannot leave now.
It is impossible. We are trapped here in this one room for the rest of eternity. Or perhaps we could keep going.
This door is locked. Is Farley afraid of being interrupted suddenly?
I mean, probably.
I must go out for a while, Miss Jean. I won't be long. Ask my appointments to wait, and send this message as a matter of urgency.
Mr. Osmond Farley, I presume.
Messrs. Holmes and Watson. What a surprise.
What is there so surprising about being visited by the targets of your slander?
I never slander. I inform.
You will have to accept the consequences of these articles, Mr. Farley.
Those words sound like a threat, Mr. Holmes.
I never threaten. I merely warn.
You don't frighten me, Mr. Holmes. I know all of your little secrets. And soon all of London will find out what really hides behind the facade of the impeccable detective. Thanks to my work, the whole world will discover the true Sherlock Holmes. Gentlemen, I don't wish you a good day.
My God!
What a bore! Even to the point of refusing to shake our hands.
Which means that we can avoid having to wash them. Did you notice the crumbs on his jacket? He had just finished eating and his hands will be covered in grease, the same as his mouth.
Slovenly habits. That's quite disgusting, Holmes.
Do not be deceived, Watson. The workmanship in those tailor-made clothes indicate that he is a man who takes pride in his appearance. If Farley has left without brushing off his jacket or washing his hands, then it is because he spotted our approach and wished to avoid us at all costs.
But why?
We will find out by searching his office.
Yes.
The secretary will stop you. Please reassure me, Holmes, you don't intend upon knocking her out?
Only if we exhaust every other viable alternative.
Yeah. Just in case. I think that, yeah, so the, yes. Of course, as we all know, from having been a geek in the early aughts, slander is spoken and in print it's libel. But that said, there's something we needed to know about the cigarette case? I don't know. Anyway.
The secretary is occupied in sending a telegram via their electric telegraph. Farley asked that she should do so before he left.
We must find a way of interrupting the transmission, which will oblige her to go to the telegraph office in Kensington. It will take her some time to get there, and if we add on the time it takes to send the telegram and then return here, we should have ample time to search the office without being disturbed.
I suppose it's unnecessary to point out the illegality of this search?
I'm afraid so.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely pointless. I like that we're seeing newspaper clippings on the wall. I just wish I could see what they were. Maybe I can. Wait a minute. Ah! Oh, there's the press card. I have to get closer to the screen due to oldness. Press reserve, the agent of the force are invited when possible to facilitate the mission of Osmond Farley, correspondent of the Globe Explorer. Press service. And allow him to access information. Allow him to access information. Site? I cannot read that word. In the case there is no force majeure of something covered by a signature. Okay. The Chief of Metropolitan Police. Okay. I see. All right. So, I mean, that actually could even be part of it, just the fact that he's got carte blanche. Oh, right. What was it? The thing about that I was wanting to check. This is an interface thing. I'm trying to remember. Yes, there it is. Maybe we can get a slightly better look at these things on the wall if we so desire. Ah! Don't know if these are actually... Yeah, one never knows. Okay. Okay, back to this.
This is an electric box. Interesting.
Yes,
I need
fascinating.
a tool to remove the lid.
If only we had a tool to remove the lid.
This is an electric box. Interesting. I need a tool.
Oh, we don't
to
have a tool to remove the lid.
This is an. I need a tool.
The matches will probably not be that tool. Okay. See what else we have around here. If anything. Neat.
This hanger has a large iron hook.
That is one interesting thing about this game is that the environment does change, even, the same environment, even, after a cutscene, typically. So little things do adjust, and you can look around and see those. So I kind of like that. Anyway. Hanger.
I can hear an electrical humming. The secretary is using the electricity supplied by this switch.
Oh boy.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on. We're going to try saving now. Evans, help us. We gotta save over stuff. It's the only way. Good, that worked. We've had quite a bit of trouble with this game.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Okay, puzzle. Puzzle. Okay. So a short circuit, if I remember correctly, is not going to look like this. It's just, it's like the wire is touching at a point before it's supposed to, a later point. Two parts of a wire are touching earlier than they're supposed to, or they're touching it all in some cases. I think that's right, if I remember right. It's been like 30 years plus, so I'm amazed I remember that much. Yeah, there's no way that I'm just trying to get two things to touch here. And that's not going to do it. Trying to get from one end to the other. I don't even know if that's how we do this. Going from the bottom up actually is probably a better idea here. Because then... Yeah. Alright. Okay. I mean, this isn't how you do a short circuit, but sure. We've only got so many choices here, right?
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
That's not it.
Let us see if I...
I mean, it's very tricky, right? Because you can only go so far before you hit a point where you have to, Nah. Oh. Okay, we've got a line going from one end to the other. Let's see if that's enough.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit. Let us see if
Well,
I
it
can
blinked.
cause a short circuit.
That was something. Okay, they want us to connect it to both of them, I would assume. Alright. So that is something. What? I am not entirely certain. But, there.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Yes, simplicity itself.
Bad.
Get out quickly, Watson. I'm going to hide here.
Yeah.
The way is clear.
What do you think, Holmes?
Wish I knew what to think.
Let's go, Watson.
Alright. We're now in here. Heavens help me, I'm gonna try saving the game again. Good. Okay, here we are, inside the office. There's a bunch of stuff on the desk. Let's look around first elsewhere before we do that.
Here is Farley's secretary's telegram. Nothing special here.
There's basically a bunch of stuff on the desk. These paintings.
The key is still in the lock.
Okay. Does that tell us anything? Couple of desks here.
This armchair is out of place. This ashtray is worth examining. The cigar end is still hot. This ash comes from an ordinary, well-known brand of cigarettes. It is still warm.
Okay. Alright, so actually, let's go ahead and just take a look. Yeah, I saw there was a thing on the floor there. I'm going to look at it again. Hang on. Alright.
A page of this notebook has been torn out. We can only see the title in shorthand and today's date. It's a message that the secretary must send urgently. I'm going to recopy it.
You can read shorthand? You never cease to amaze me. Were you a secretary before becoming the great Sher?
Perhaps. But no, a man must have his secrets.
Okay, notes on the investigation into Sherlock Holmes to all his colleagues after the visit from... There's some things to interact with here.
The ribbon is missing from this machine. A makeup case with a good brush.
Okay. Oh. We have the ashes and we have the makeup.
I can make out the marks, but I need something to bring them to light.
Got it.
I understand what you want to do. It's an old trick.
Holmes follow-up.
I can see what has been written. Please write it down.
Very well, Holmes.
Followed Holmes. Prepare elements. Bio D through F. Hey, Critwitch. Hey, how's it going? I am trying to jump back into this after a while. I can't remember how long it's been since I played this, but we're trying it again. Trying to continue. There's a lot. There's so much. Just as we're slowly piecing together these bits of things. after the visit from... to all his colleagues. E through F. B, F. Yeah. Trying to make the brain work. But, you know, there's only so much brain to go around, really.
The secretary has just changed the typewriter ribbon. There are smudges of dark blue ink.
Yes. Okay, we will go into his office, presumably. There's a book down there.
This book has fallen down from the shelf.
Okay.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. My word, it's my stories about your investigations.
A real investigative reporter must have read them, my dear Watson.
That's the theory.
My adventures have fallen from this shelf.
I mean, that's often how we feel about life in general, really. Do you ever feel as though your adventures have fallen from the shelf? I do. All the time. Burnt paper. I will call on you this morning. Destroy this letter. Receive it urgently. Receive it urgently. Your revelations regarding our man's true schemes are incredibly a Machiavellianism of the sort.
This paper only just escaped the flames.
But who is this note about? And who wrote it?
I will deal with it later.
You're saying not your adventures, but maybe more directly you? Yeah. I feel as though I've fallen from a few shelves in my time.
Someone closed the curtain, as though he wanted to maintain his privacy. I wonder which drawer the secretary was interested in.
It's got to be D through F, right?
The DF drawer. Of course. The one in the message that we deciphered from the secretary's desk blotter. Closed. The DF drawer closed.
Oh, I see.
I can't do that.
All right, we'll need something to open it. Yeah, that's going to take us to the same place. There are keys here.
A bunch of keys. A telephone. A technological marvel. A number was written next to it quite recently. A fine, educated hand.
Holmes, this number seems very familiar.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
but let us dial it to be sure.
The, yes. Wonderful marvel of the telephone that one day will be used to help people much more efficiently waste their time as they dial on to a connection, a series of computers connected to each other. Before we dial it, I'm going to save over the same thing again, because I am afeared. Alright.
Miss, get me 1313, please. It is Scotland Yard, of course. I'm beginning to understand.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Like, why do you not know the number for Scotland Yard? Well, maybe you don't have a phone yet. Maybe you've decided it was something that wasn't of interest to you. Desk.
Our man left his sandwich unfinished.
How dare he? You ever feel as though you're... Oh, no. I'm not going to complete that sentence. Life's neglected sandwiches. Okay.
Judging from all the notes on the board, our reporter is an assiduous and organized worker.
Mm-hmm. Prince Woodville. I cannot remember if this is relevant.
A photograph of Prince Woodville. Farley is evidently also interested in this affair.
I cannot remember the significance of Prince Woodville. The Globe Explorer. Mystery surrounds the body drowned in the Thames. The body of a man discovered yesterday morning upon the banks of the Thames still remains a mystery. The autopsy has revealed that the amount of water in the victim's lungs confirms the man's death by drowning. However, the many gaping wounds upon his body point to a savage aggression before death. For the moment, no explanation has been provided by the authorities. The victim was able to be identified. The man, a 53-year-old bargeman, was already known to the law where his name had appeared in proceedings relating to the breach of legislation in different merchandise trafficking affairs, principally in the cereal market. The latest charge dates back several days. The court was prosecuting the deceased for destruction and degradation of goods, namely a vast quantity of wheat. The shortage raging simultaneously in London would not have encouraged the judge to lean towards leniency if this horrifying death had not interrupted the proceedings. Dude grabbed up a bunch of wheat, then died in the Thames. Well, actually died probably before being thrown into the Thames.
And rather a strange one.
Muse in brief, the convent of St. Anthony in the town of Oh My God, Welsh. They just picked the longest Welsh name they could here. Lanfair Pulgwyn Gulgogre Gwendroblin Celia Gogoch Lanfair Pulgwyn Gulgogre Lanfair Pulgwyn Gulgogre on the Isle of Anglesey, Wales, was the scene of a macabre discovery last Sunday. Upon the villagers' arrival at the convent with their arms laden with provisions for the nuns in honor of St. Anthony, patron saint of butchers and good meat. The theme. It would seem that it already was too late, and the temptation by the aforementioned saint struck brutally within the holy place upon this fateful day. What? Wait. I was just so taken by the Welsh name that... The convent's 16 nuns apparently succumbed to a collective strain of madness which resulted in their horrifically devouring one another. Ah, okay. Lifeless bodies were found in the canteen around what appears to have been their last meal, a clear vegetable soup. So they probably, I'm guessing, they were poisoned by the same poison that makes you do that. A member of the episcopacy A member of the episcopacy who wished to... This is from Episcopalians. A member of the episcopacy who wished to remain anonymous informed us that sometimes such atrocities do strike such places where women dwell together, as women, due to the complexity of their natures, are less able to cope. Oh, God. With the imposed asceticism that precedes St. Anthony's Day. Historical misogyny. Uh, it must be said that it was not... Okay, like this... yeah, no, Jim, not now. It must be said that it was not necessary for just one more day, and this drama would most probably never have happened. Those are these things where it's like sometimes they throw these things in. Here's the thing. Okay, look, they throw these things in to try to reflect the era. This is a thing that, I mean, back in the 90s we used to do because we thought, oh, okay, yes, we need to acknowledge this, that's there. But then we don't do anything with it, you see, and that was the problem that we didn't see until more recently. It's like you should probably only put it in there if it's relevant to the plot, relevant to the story. If it's just kind of a world detail, then you must recognize that the audience you're putting the thing out to, I can probably say pretty unequivocally, most of the people that will, almost, let's say all of the people who will be consuming your product, will be doing so in the present day or later. Just a thought. Anyway, no one from the 1800s is going to see this. I can virtually promise you that. The relic of a sausage offered to St. Anthony by an angel found in 987 during the Third Crusade and brought back from Constantinople remained untouched, a sign that the nuns, even in their madness, were able to remain respectful towards the Lord, this member of the high religious authorities told us. Right.
Here's what is strange: an attack of collective insanity.
These things happen. All right. Anything else I need to put my grubby mitts on? No, that's everything? You don't need to check the wallpaper for anything? Okay. Are we done pixel hunting? All right. Is everything?
What should we do next, Holmes?
Great question. Well, let's open the thing.
The DF drawer. Of course, the one in the message that we deciphered from the secretary's desk blotter. There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one?
People tramping around on the breezeway like elephants out there. All right.
No, it is unnecessary. I can't do that. There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one? No, it is unnecessary. I can't do that. I can't do... I can't do... No, it is unnecessary. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Go through all of them.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
And that's all one thing. All right.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. No, it is... I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, it is unnecessary.
Adventures in filing.
No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. I can't do that. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Wait. This feels true to life when you think about filing cabinets. I know. Prepare elements bio. To all his colleagues after the visit.
There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one? No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. I can't. I can't. I can't do. No, it is. No, it is No, it is unnecessary.
I swear, if I have to pull hints for this... Ah!
These blue stains come from an old typewriter ribbon. This card has been removed recently.
Okay. And we might possibly have the secretary's thumbprint. Prince Woodville, closely related to the royal family, recently permitted to legally use the title of prince after an investigation by a committee of experts and representatives of the royal line. Highly regarded among the common people, involved in charitable and philanthropic actions, distribution of soup to the needy in the Whitechapel area, financing a campaign for medical treatment and distribution of blankets. Okay, there we go. Ah, all right. The penny drops. Yes, that was the guy that showed up. I remember now. After there was a, we were at the little sort of portable soup kitchen, and or the blanket distribution center. I don't know, but he showed up. He showed up in a carriage, and everyone was like, "Oh, look at him!" And that was the point. He describes himself as popular, but his critics prefer the term populist. Intelligent and cultivated, but some abrupt changes of mood have been observed when replying to journalists' tactless questions. Gotcha.
This card has got grease marks on it. The reporter made them. Apparently, he's making inquiries about Prince Woodville, too.
But
Yes.
where do you come into all this? Look, if we pull the curtain a little, we can see out into the street.
Why are we wanting to pull the curtain a little?
Someone closed the curtain.
What's going on? Why are we looking at this curtain?
What should we do next, Holmes?
Great question. I don't think there's anything else.
This armchair is out of place.
So if we sit here and we look out, then obviously we can see something, but of course...
Someone closed the curtain. The secretary has just changed the typewriter ribbon. There are smudges of dark blue ink.
So, like, we know that... There's something out here I need to see again. Ah! Teleporting.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Yeah. Is this everything? Yeah, I don't think that's not. We don't have another deduction board here. I honestly can't think of anything else we need to look at. That said, wait, what?
This ashtray is worth examining.
We already did that.
This cigar is of a fine quality. It must be very expensive and difficult to obtain.
And it is not even finished. What a waste.
Farley was not alone when we arrived at his secretary's office.
Oh.
You are thinking of the owner of the cigar.
Yes, the reporter smokes ordinary cigarettes. Can you smell the subtle scent of gingerbread? That is the characteristic odor of a Habano Clarissimo. Our mysterious visitor is a rich man, Watson. This category of Havanas is exorbitant, and I cannot imagine a cigar lover crushing out such a marvelous smoke before finishing it. Since we saw no one leaving the building, that must point to a secret exit somewhere.
How are we going to find it?
By retracing Farley's steps from the moment before we arrived. Look, this room is teeming with clues.
Ah! Recreate Farley's sequence of actions just before the arrival of Sherlock Holmes. Okay. We have to choose between quit and quit. So, like, if he was over here, he dropped the book. So, book gets dropped. Fireplace. Note gets burned in fireplace. Thing gets filed. I don't know if that's... Or he might have locked the filing cabinet. If the person were sitting here and saw us arrive, saw us coming up in the street, then they would have leapt up, they would have put out the cigar, and probably burned the note, and might have dropped the book. I'm trying to think... Why did they need the book? I feel like since the filing cabinet's way over there, they might have gone to that last. The armchair is in the wrong place. Okay, interesting. The journalist sat in this armchair. The journalist pushed the armchair when he ran. The journalist visitor sat in the armchair. I think that's what it is. The journalist moved the armchair to get something from underneath. The journalist pushed the armchair when he heard the doorbell. The journalist pushed the armchair as a means of protection. There's a cigar and the ashes from it in the ashtray. The journalist visitor smoked a cigar. That's what I'm thinking. The journalist smoked a cigar and a cigarette at the same time. Yes, double fisting it. The cigar has been here for a long time. No, it is not. The visitor smoked a cigar and sat opposite the journalist. What I'm thinking. The journalist left the cigar to cover a woman's perfume. No. The German likes the smell of the journalist likes the smell. Okay, so it's either number 4 or number 1. I think it comes down to what their definition of opposite the journalist is. But I think that's what's going on. 3 to 4. Probably 5. The journalist dropped the book here accidentally. The journalist wanted to give this book to his visitor. The journalist wanted to draw attention to this book. This book is not from the bookcase. I think we kind of already established that Holmes thinks it is. The journalist needed some information from the book. The journalist accidentally dropped a book from the bookcase, was hiding a compromising photo in this book. That's an interesting idea, but I don't have anything to support it. Could be this. I think it's more likely this. But I don't know if it's true or not. This paper is entirely burnt. The journalist wanted to get rid of this paper. The journalist dropped the paper into the fire by accident? No. Nothing to do with the journalist? No. Deliberately threw this paper into the fire? Yes. Wanted to light a fire, and the journalist threw this paper into the fire without making sure that it burned entirely? Yeah. That's really what happened. The journalist looked at a card in the cupboard. The journalist looked out the window and saw Holmes. The journalist stood with his back to the window. The journalist didn't look out the window. The journalist wanted to let more light into the room, waiting for the cab to file from the cupboard. Could be that, but I think it's... So... Assuming that we just need a 2 and a 5. Right? Is that what we need? Interesting. Really? So if we assume this is correct, I'm pretty sure this has got to be it, right? Right. I'm trying out different sequences just to see how this works. But, gotcha. The visitor sat in the armchair. This has got to be correct. This has got to be number 3, right? So, journalist visitor smoked a cigar. I mean, it's not this, but I see where... That's the thing. Oh, hey, we've got a thing here. Oh, hey, okay. Are we missing something? I feel like we're missing something. Reporter smokes ordinary cigarettes. A rich man. But he didn't finish the cigar. But we're retracing Farley's steps. Alright. So... we have this. I'm wondering if he got the page out of the book, possibly, but let's,
This book has fallen down from the shelf.
The advent...
A real...
fact that they're giving us...
My adventures have fallen from this shelf.
We're gonna figure this out! 5-6, the journalist threw the paper into the fireplace. I mean, I feel like it's this, but... Having warned his guest, the journalist headed towards this piece of furniture. Okay, yeah. We don't have enough little bubbles. That's the problem. We need... Why I keep thinking we're missing something. The door. Key is still in the lock on the inside of the door. No, because the secretary was still in there. It makes very little sense. Journalist went to warn his visitor of Holmes' arrival, having warned his guest. 3, 4. Ah, okay. Yeah, here we go. We're getting somewhere here. Where? I'm not entirely sure. Because we have 2 6s. We got taking a file from the cupboard. So this is definitely 5 and 6. Alright. So I see the problem. So if this is definitely 5 and 6, I'm pretty sure this is 1. Because that would make sense. The visitor smoked a cigar and sat opposite. That's definitely 4. Okay. So, wait. We have a definite 4, a definite 5, and a definite 6. So 1, 2, and 3. Ah. Doubtful. No. We need a 1, 2, and a 3. It's a 1, 2. It's all of these answers are 1, 2, or 3. I gotta remember that. Here we go.
Farley consulted a card while he ate, which was given to him by his secretary just before she changed the ribbon on her typewriter. The reporter's greasy fingerprints are all over the card. When he went to file it away, he glanced automatically out of the window and saw us in the street.
He closed the filing cabinet and rushed to lock his office door. In his haste, he pushed his chair aside, but didn't think to return it to its place.
Precisely. He then hurried to tell his visitor of our arrival and showed him the way out. He then threw a piece of paper into the fireplace.
But we still don't know how the cigar-smoking visitor departed.
The answer lies in the direction the reporter took, Watson. At a certain moment, he would have been in a place where he had no logical reason to be. Look at our deduction board, and then let us go to the place where the reporter should not be.
Right. Yeah, try saving again. All right. Journalist saw Sherlock through the window, ran to the door, and locked it. Journalist went to warn his visitor of Holmes' arrival. Having warned his guest, the journalist headed toward this piece of furniture. Journalist threw the paper into the fire. So I mean, it's
Perfect.
yeah.
Yes, Watson. In his haste, Farley dropped this book, taking it from the shelf.
Let's search this place.
There's a control box built into the filing cabinet. This box must open the secret door.
We don't know the combination, Holmes.
The answer is perhaps within the question, my dear fellow.
6 plus 6. Four D10, which are static. So, or 4D, 10G, 10X. These are groups of 2. So plus 6, 4 plus 6 is 10. The EFG, though, is not... G is only 3 letters removed from D, so I don't know that it's numeric in that case. Like, this could be 16. That much I get, right? Assuming that we have 27 letters at our disposal here. "20 numbers and 27 letters.
That's not right.
D is D the 4th letter? Yes. Is G the 10th letter? E, F, G. No! We figured that out before. This is the thing. So we got a hint for like plus 6 for this, but it might not apply universally. D. Well, let's do this simply. We can turn this D plus 6 letters. E, F, G, H, I, J. Right? J plus 6 letters. K, L, M, N, O, P.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Okay,
Let's
that one
go
was easier.
and look at this secret exit, Watson.
All right. There is a hat.
Chance has smiled upon us, Watson. This hat was almost certainly abandoned by our mysterious visitor. Imagine the scene. In his hurry, the cigar man drops his top hat. The door closes. The hat is caught beneath it. Fearing above all that he should be discovered, he does not attempt to retrieve it, instead preferring to flee.
Who would take such action to avoid meeting us?
I cannot tell as yet, but it is certain that he carries the advantage of knowing us. We must discover his identity in order to redress the balance, and this hat will help us. Let us return to Baker Street.
So that's it. Just having the hat. That's the answer. Can we not like look at anything else in here? Apparently not. All right. Hat.
Let's hope that an examination of this top hat will reveal to us the identity of its owner.
It will, you can be sure of that.
For once, I must insist that you allow me to work alone, Holmes.
As you wish. Take your time. I will examine this hat at my work table.
It autosaved. Good, good. Okay. This pattern of holes on the wall. Dog is still there.
I will examine this hat at my work table.
Yes, okay, let me pull up the hat.
This hat is of an exceptional quality. The man who owned it is wealthy.
Find the evidence that can help to identify the owner of the hat. Oh boy, okay. And now, the haberdashery experience. Alright.
Someone has changed the ribbon for another, more modern one, which shows a certain taste for current fashions. Not a mistress, but someone who pays attention to details. This man is married.
Anything unusual about the way this hat is blocked? Nope, nope. Looks well blocked actually, which is, that's kind of important.
Slight scratch marks. Heat marks and a strong smell of tobacco. A cigar smoker, which confirms that this hat belongs to the reporter's visitor. Slight scratch marks. The man wears glasses, and whenever he puts them on, he grazes the sides of his hat. This would suggest that he is educated and long-sighted rather than short-sighted. This hat was made to measure by a well-known hatter located near the Old Bailey. His hair is graying, and judging by the odor, he puts camphor on it. He is probably in his early 50s. I now have an excellent description of the man that I am looking for. The journalist's mysterious visitor is in a profession highly placed on the social scale. He is rich and married. He must have called Scotland Yard in Farley's presence. He frequents the law courts, from which he makes his purchases. This man is a judge. Let us look through my files to see if I can identify this judge. I have a memoir on the most influential judges.
Okay. Hello, Toby. Anyway. Hey, you're fine. What's our filing system?
I have found my file. I must place it on my work table.
Must place file on work table.
I have found my file.
All right, find which of these judges visited the journalist. Okay. Could be that hat. Is it coincidentally the one in the middle? Holding a cigar. Holding glasses. Looks like to be about the right age. Oh, okay. All of them are. Okay, so the default is already what we've already picked out the ones that we know have the right necessary bits. So that's good to know. Okay. So hat. Lawrence Bromsby, Sir Coates Beckett, and Barry Amstetten. Okay. Does wear a hat. Also wears a hat. No hat. But does smoke a cigar. Does smoke a cigar. Is not currently holding a cigar in this picture. It's gonna be this one. Wearing glasses. Also wearing glasses. Has glasses there. All three of them wear glasses. Married. That's gonna be rough. Wait, ring finger. Does not have a ring on his right hand. It's his left hand. There we go. Okay. Look at the left hand. Ring. Okay. Gray hair. Not according to the goatee, but it depends on if he's dyeing it. This is possibly gray? I don't know. It's in black and white. That looks more like it's probably gray. Yeah.
Right. It is him, Judge Beckett.
Have you discovered the top hat's secrets, Holmes?
Secrets of the top
Watson,
hat.
This hat belongs to Sir Coates Beckett, a judge of the court at the Palace of Justice in London.
A judge? Wait, did you say Sir Beckett? That name rings a bell. Yes, that's it. What an extraordinary coincidence. Holmes, I was reading something about him in the Globe Explorer only this morning.
Yes.
Decidedly, this Beckett seems to have solid ties with the gutter press.
I bought it from a rascal who ran off without giving me my change. I'm sure that I've seen him before, and...
Spare me the details, Watson. Show me the article.
Okay. September 1898, Globe Explorer newspaper. A generous lady, Lady Cathy Coates Beckett, wife of the Honorable Judge Coates Beckett, is an exceptional woman who freely gives her time and her money towards the education of deprived children. When most of the city's great families close the doors of their luxurious mansions to the poor, Lady Beckett opens hers and has created a school for illiterate children. This class has been open for 8 years now, and according to our estimations, nearly 150 children in need have learned to read and write here. 150 children who, thanks to this woman's generosity, have been able to avoid the plight of the beggar and have found worthy jobs. Minor odd thing, and I don't know how. I once, years ago in high school, I got a test wrong. I think it was high school. Maybe it was even grade school. It was probably grade school. Because I said a number like this, I referred to a number like this as 150. But we were learning about how to talk about decimal points. And so apparently that answer would have come out to 100.5. Here, well, 0.50 somehow, which also that's 100.5. I don't know how this works. But apparently we were supposed to say 150. And it was scarred into my psyche, and ever since then I've said 150 without putting the and in there. Anyway, 150 children who, thanks to this woman's generosity, have been able to avoid the plight of the beggar and have found worthy jobs. But this is not all. As well as enabling their access to culture and education, Lady Beckett also takes the children on vacation, along with her servants, whose help is needed to assist with an entire class of students. All right. Yes. My point here, I realized I didn't fully make my point, is that I got that question wrong on the test, on the quiz or the test. Red ink. Very scarring to the young psyche. Anyway, also takes their children on vacation along with her servants whose help is needed to assist with the entire class. This year she is taking them to Portsmouth. For most, it will be the first time that they have seen the sea. Exceptionally, Judge Beckett will not be going along for the trip. The eminent magistrate is retained in London by important current files. We wish an excellent holiday to the devoted lady and her pupils, and we thank her for her generous undertaking.
So, Lady Beckett is on holiday in Portsmouth. That means her husband is at home alone. Good. We shall pay a courtesy call, Watson. With a little luck, we shall leave with a few habanos clarissimo.
That you should interest a judge of the High Court isn't surprising. You have solved so many criminal affairs that there are 1,000 reasons why a magistrate should be interested in you. But why should this one feel the need to act in shadows?
It's true that it's surprising. Perhaps he simply wishes to avoid being seen in the company of this Farley fellow.
Mr. Kirby, our local postman, owes me a favour. He'll give me Beckett's address. At this hour, he should still be at the post office. I'll go there, Holmes.
Good, Watson, but be quick about it. While you're gone, I'll make preparations for our visit.
I like the idea of this dynamic that Watson knows people.
Sir Coots Beckett, I've got the address. We can go round after a nice cup of tea.
Don't get too comfortable, Watson. We're leaving immediately.
Oh. And I like the idea of that because he is more personable. Is basically he's the one who can actually, interact with people on like a human level. And I just have to go into a thing and deal with that. Okay. There we go. All right. Back to what we were doing. There we save. Not here we won't.
Let's look at the map of London.
Or we could just go to the door, I guess. Yeah, same thing.
This is the front of Judge Beckett's property. It's enormous. It looks very luxurious, Holmes. This man has conducted his career brilliantly. Who says that crime doesn't pay? It all depends upon for whom.
Ah.
You never said a truer word, Watson. Now, let's try to find a way.
Yeah.
What's that package you are carrying, Holmes? You haven't said a word about it all the way here.
Cakes for my old aunt.
Your old aunt? Stop pulling my leg, Holmes.
If you want a sensible answer, then you should ask a sensible question.
Very well. I'm going to ring the doorbell. That should be an appropriate task for someone like me.
No, leave it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Ring the doorbell then, Holmes.
All right. Stop putting interesting things in the background. You make me want to go look at them.
Closed.
No reply. The house seems empty. Shall we wait, Holmes?
No. We shall enter discreetly. The judge's absence is a blessing. It means that we can investigate without being disturbed.
You're thinking of breaking into the judge's house? Have you gone mad, Holmes?
Don't worry. I shall be careful to remove any traces of our visit.
Listen to yourself, Holmes. You're talking like a common criminal.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson. How nice to see you again. Do you remember me?
Of course, Miss Lucy. How could anyone forget so pretty a smile? You are looking lovely.
Watson, we have things to do.
Holmes, you remember Lucy? We met her during our last investigation in Whitechapel, on the trail of Jack the Ripper.
I remember only the essential details of the case.
This brief meeting has been very pleasant, but sadly, I must leave you, my dear Lucy.
I'll see you soon, Doctor.
We're just going to randomly throw in a character from a previous game. Run with Cakebot. We seem to be experiencing delays.
Another bank that has gone bankrupt.
If this carries on, the whole country will be ruined.
Dang. Oh my god.
Must find a way to get into this building.
Very well, Holmes.
Okay. Do I dare try saving? Cannot cross invisible barrier. Must reach outside world. No. Better not have him do that too much. Holmes will soon realize he's a video game character. Can't have that. We do our due diligence here. Little gate over there we can probably go to. Ah! More invisible barriers. Must look at wagon. Oh my god.
Someone moving. Even the residents in the well-off area are having to leave their homes. What a time.
It is not surprising. The lack of goods and work makes life hard in London.
Delightful. 3 dimensions. Okay. Let's actually look at the thing over here. Alright. Here, help me climb this tree. Oh, okay. This gate would seem to be open.
This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see. I need a supple pin, Watson. Can you find me one?
Very well, Holmes.
I need a supple pin, Watson. Can you find me one?
Very well, Holmes. Ah, Lucy, you have no idea how heart-lifting it is to meet you here like this, particularly at this time. Tell me what you've been doing. You've become a florist.
Oh yes, Doctor, I am a florist. And I'm married now with beautiful little twin girls.
Congratulations, Lucy.
Enough about me. Can I help you with something? A pretty bouquet, perhaps?
Not at the moment, Lucy. I really need a supple metal stem. A plant prop should do.
Oh, I see. Is it to open a door or a window?
Aha, Lucy, you are a surprising lady. Let's just say that the lock on the door to my flat gets stuck, and I should like to get in through the window.
In that case, a prop wouldn't work. Better to use a hair grip. It's the ideal tool for an honest man who wants to get into his house without going in through the door.
You are wonderful, Lucy.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Ah. The important thing is there was a hair grip available. Here's your filthy crime tool, Holmes.
Yes, Watson. Can you find me one?
Very well, Holmes. Here you are, Holmes.
Perfect. This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see.
Oh my god, it's the same thing over again. Oh wait, we figured this out. We have to look at this. Okay.
That's not right. Start again.
Hmm. And it, yeah. I remember it taking me for freaking ever getting the first one.
Good, we can pass. Here's the kitchen. There's enough room to feed 12 people in here.
Yes, according to the newspaper, the judge's wife also feeds her pupils, in addition to teaching them.
All right.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I'm trying desperately to save.
Cooking oil. There's something interesting here. An oar lock. This isn't the place for it.
Huh. An oarlock like on the side of a boat? That kind of thing? Looks like one. What's the right shape of this part? And I assume this part you kind of embed in the wood.
This classroom is magnificent. These children are very lucky.
Letter from Judge Beckett. My love, I am leaving this note for you to find as soon as you return home. I will likely not be here when you get back, for I have become involved in an extremely important affair, and it is and it is this which is the cause of my recent absences. Seeing the nature and impact of my current inquiry, I must obtain an interview with the Prime Minister without further delay. The security of the country itself is at stake. But please do not be alarmed, my dear. Enjoy your trip with your pupils. And speaking of pupils, it would seem that one of them has taken 2 of my orlocks. Well, that explains that. Somewhat. You know how much these souvenirs mean to me. They represent the greatest triumph of my youth in the New York Boat Race Championship. I should be grateful if you would do everything possible to find them. I also noticed that the sweet cupboard has been vandalized. I have always supported you in your venture and your humanitarian work, and I know how difficult it is to break the bad habits which these street children have picked up. But perhaps you should teach them to respect other people's property before teaching them to read.
This photograph was taken on Judge Beckett's wedding day. This is a photo of the judge and his wife.
Uh-huh. Why we're just suddenly snatching up photos, I have no idea, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Can you hear that small metallic sound? There is something inside there.
Oh boy. Let's look around the rest of the room before we start puzzling. Letter from Lord Benigard. My dear daughter, by marrying Lord Beckett, you have made me a happy father. What better husband could I wish for my only daughter? None! Lord Beckett is an honest man who believes in justice. He is also honorable and incorruptible. Ha ha ha. A rare quality indeed. When I recall my initial reticence at allowing you to depart for India, I regret my paternal protectiveness, for I have come to admire your perseverance and your strong will. For indeed it is your kindness and your dedication towards the destitute children that led you to voluntary work in those dilapidated orphanages in Bombay, and it is equally this altruistic engagement that led you to meet the man who was destined to become your husband. If you had listened to your stubborn old father, you would never have left England, and you would never have met Lord Beckett. Now that you are back in England and your husband has set up a schoolroom for you in his house, I hope to see more of you. When you read this letter, you should have received a small gift from me in honor of your return. I know of your love for travel. This mechanical planisphere, created by the best craftsman cabinet maker in London, should please you. It is a type of safe. I ask for the combination to be personalized. You will easily remember it, your loving father.
This woman is admirable. As she was unable to have children of her own, she decided to care for hundreds of others.
And just suddenly, let me turn and hit me in the face with the portrait of Isaac Newton like that. Dear God. Alright. Guess we'll look at that shortly. There's stuff. Oh God, there's stuff. There's so much stuff.
There's something written behind this board. We should be able to turn it, but it's jammed.
Who were the ancient Greeks? Tragedy and comedy theater. The something theater is Greek. The word theater is Greek. Most modern theaters follow the Greek plan. The Olympics, marathon, the first alphabet with vowels. Apparently.
The blackboard shows the last lesson given to the children, ancient Greek.
This screw is stuck. It is preventing the picture from turning. This screw is stuck. It is preventing the picture from turning.
Galileo.
This screw is... This screw is stuck.
Ah! Okay, there are a lot of puzzles around this room.
The door handle has been removed. The door...
God, so many things. James?
This overall belongs to the young James. Sweet papers fallen from a pupil's overall pocket.
William Herschel.
This plan is useless.
Hey, don't be mean.
A book about student organizations in the United States of America.
Johannes Kepler. Okay. Alright. Several things to examine here.
Please take note, Watson.
We are making headway. How do we know what this means? What do you think, Holmes?
I don't know. Can't see the text of the note. Oh, hey, Prax. Hey. Here to lurk for a bit. Yeah, I'm just going back to this once again. And Twitch is saying, it strikes me that this is an odd turn of events considering you were talking about Sacred Youthful Gym 150 and now we are in a classroom. It's not it's not so much. I mean, the thing being that there is I'm not planning to have a Sacred Youthful. No, I'm not. I'm not planning to have any more flashbacks immediately, but we'll see. With the little joker who has borrowed the sweet cupboard's door handle, please return it without delay. If the handle is back in its place before the end of the week, no one will be punished. If not, I will be obligated to place the whole class in detention.
There are naughty children in every school, from what I can see.
There is no point in visiting the upper floors. We know from the newspapers that this building is deserted, so there is no risk of anyone coming down and surprising us. This room is undoubtedly the judge's office. It is double locked.
It would be better not to force this door, nor break a window. Judge Beckett could return at any moment.
You're right, but he surely must have left a spare. With somebody he trusts, of course.
Alright. Okay, this provides us with the various pieces of information that I think we need. We can start tackling the rest of this. Abacus. Alright. A present from Lord Venigard to Miss Beckett as a keepsake of this blessed day of your marriage. Tunis, Oran, Alger, Casablanca, Madrid, Paris, London, Berlin, Delhi, Bombay. Photo. 1.
There is some connection between cities and numbers on top of the box, but I lack the necessary information to obtain the solution.
The most romantic evening of my life in the heat of Bombay. Six o'clock. Yeah. 10 o'clock.
This photograph was taken on Judge Beckett's wedding day. Apparently, they were unmarried at the time. I cannot see a wedding ring. The clock points to 6 p.m. Interesting.
I didn't realize there were different points you
The
can...
most romantic evening of my life, in the heat of Bombay. This is a photo of the judge and his wife. This photograph was taken on Big Ben. The judge got married in London and early in the morning, as it is just 10 a.m.
Okay.
The clock points to 6 p.m. Interesting.
So, London and Bombay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1800 hours.
Perfect. There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Yeah, they.
A key.
Okay, there we go.
This screw. This screw is stuck.
Okay. Can't get at it yet. I mean, it'd be... Not that, we couldn't just, freaking pull the the thing forward and look at the backside. Oh my god. Instruction. Task. Find a logical sequence in Roman numerals using all the available shafts. None of the numbers should be greater than 10. Each sum must be larger than the previous one. You can use number X only once. Ah! Logical sequence in Roman numerals using all these available ones. No number that comes out greater than 10. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go from the biggest number to the smallest number, I suppose. So 3 plus 3 is 6, but surely we can come up with a bigger number than that. Is that as far as we can rotate these? Six plus 3 is 9. The smallest number we can put here is 4. We have to use all of them. That's part of the problem. Let's assume for a moment we start with 6. Is the total, right? 3 plus 3 is 6. 7, 8, 9. Can we make that? No. There we go. 6, 7. I don't think we can make 8 using this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's try something else. Four, 5. Six. You see, we can come very close, but yeah, it doesn't use all of them. This would be 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try 8. 7, 8. This should be 6. Right? This should be 5. Five, 6, 7, 8. I am a fool. This is a minus symbol. 10 minus 3 is 7. Nine minus 3 is 6. Six, 7, 5. 4. Can't do that. All right. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm presuming that the minus symbol is going to be the one that uses the X, because of course we need to. It needs to be less than 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7. So this needs to be 8. Once again, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 6. 5. No, can't do that. All right. Maybe if we start with 11. Eleven minus 3 is 8. This needs to be 9. We need 6. This is 8. This is 9. This needs to be 7. Four, 5, 6, 7, and this would have to be, in order for this to work, this would have to be 6, which it can't be. No. So let's see if this is 12. Actually, we can pull from over here too, so it doesn't actually have to be. Yeah. Doesn't have to be a set number of things. This could be 9. It isn't because of the way these are positioned. So if this comes out to be 9, this would have to be 10, and so this would have to be 7, and we can't do 7. If this comes out to be 8, this could be 9. which it is. So, which again, that would be 11 minus 3, which we tried that already. We've tried this as 7. Have we tried it as 6? This is 7. Six, 7, 5. Or no. Let's see. And 8 is yeah. So okay. There's a possibility I've missed one of them, so I'm gonna probably need to go back and do it. But if we are using an X, which it says you can use only once. I'm just focusing on what this number, overall number is, because if I try to figure out all the permutations of this, I'm going to go crazy. So we figured that, assuming that we're using an X here, right? The lowest possible Roman numeral we can make with an X is 9, right? So, but regardless of all that, so the lowest possible number we can make here is 6. It's clearly not 6 because this is the solution. 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's assume for a moment that we're using an X and that this is, there are no other ways to use an X and have this come out to 6 as far as I'm aware. I can't do any 13 minus 10 or anything like that because I can use X only once. So, then, that being the case, so I think this uses up, exhausts all the options for the number 6. Silence. So if we have this as a number 7, how many different ways can we make 7? We can do 9 minus 2. We can do 10 minus 3. We can do... And that's it, really, right? Because if we make this number any higher... no, we can. We can do 11 minus 4. Right? To make this the number 7. And we can do 12 minus 5. Right? Okay. So those are all the different ways we can do it. If this is the number 7. So that being the case, we're proceeding this way. Presume for a moment that we're going to start. I'm just going to do this methodically. My apologies to anyone who's horribly bored at this point. We're going to start from the lowest possible use of x to the highest, right? So 9 minus 2 is 7. For this to be 8, this would be a 5. Seven, 8, 6. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's not that. All right. So 10 minus 3. I think we've done here before, but we'll go ahead and go through it here. 10 minus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 5. Again. (11 minus 4 is going to have the same problem. Wait, there it is. That's all of them. That should be it, right? I've used all of them. 11 minus 4 is 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. So, hang on. 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be it. Let me make sure I've placed everything where they want me to place them. We have done it, and yet. Am I missing something? 5, 6. 11 minus 4 is 7. 5, 7, 8. We found the solution, just not the one they wanted. I'm presuming. Let me restart real quick just to make sure that it's reset it, just to make sure that I'm not there's not just a bug here. Well, that is the solution. Not the one they wanted, probably. So we found a logical solution, but I guess it wasn't the one they wanted. So, okay. Guess we go to the next thing. Damn them. Still focusing on this being the number 7. 12 minus minus 5. Right? Nope. Nothing. Okay, and we can't do 13. So that being the case, those are all the permutations of this being a 7. All right. What are the limits again? I mean, it's just I have to go on to 8 at this point. Find a logical sequence in the Roman numerals using all available shafts. None of the numbers should be greater than 10. Each sum must be larger than the previous one. You can use the number x. Use number x only once. And so I found 2 solutions already. But it's not accepting them. So now I'm going to focus on this being 8. I guess. I know, it's what I would think. Yeah, I should be able to use the XII. You would think. You would think. Unless the clue is just that this has to be X and X alone, in which case, you know, that's possible. So let's assume this is an 8. So yeah, it is weird that they mention you can use an X. If we're trying to be simple about it, then okay, if we start with this as just an X, right? And this number is 8, which is the next one we're trying. I mean, okay, for my brain to do this, I've got to do this. But yeah, I've got to just wear these out. So, hang on. Let me do this so that I won't forget my place. I'm doing it in this sequence so I don't lose my place in my head. I'm keeping this in my head right now. So if this is an 8, that's 9 minus 1. And this would have to be a 10, which it can't be, I don't think, because... Wait a minute. Yeah, wait, no, hang on. 8. So... If this is an 8, sorry, brain. 9, this would have to be a 9. Jesus. If this is an 8, this has to be a 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Brain regrooved. 8, 9. This would have to be a 7. Back to the box. Okay, this would have to be a 7. So that's 4 plus, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. And this would have to be a 6, which that also works.
Perfect.
There's the one they want. Okay. Turns out they made a thing with multiple solutions to it.
An ore lock.
Damn you, Alessandro, you knew, didn't you? You knew. All right. Success! Dear God. I just had to systematically go through every possible solution. We have 2 ore locks.
This screw is stuck. It is
Can I just turn the screw this way?
This
I can't.
Screw is stuck.
All right.
This screw.
Okay, still haven't gotten that one. There's some kind of locking mechanism for this thing. We just haven't seen properly. No.
This There's something written behind this board. We should be able to turn it, but it's jammed.
Run at the board. No. Okay. Well, let's not worry about that right now. Unless, wait, did I just see? No, I did not. Okay. I was imagining it. Ah, yes.
The door handle has been removed. The door handle has... The door... The door... The door hand... The door... The door... The door...
Okay. James. He's dropped all these sweets in there. Okay. I think that might be the sweets cabinet. Maybe. Well, I don't know. There are a bunch of books in there. There's a box. Eh? I have a key. Not letting me use the key.
There is no point in visiting.
Ah, there we go. Study.
We are in the judge's private office, Holmes. What are you going to do? Turn everything upside down?
I mean, probably.
That is a distinct possibility. I will not leave until I have found what I am looking for.
Oh, God. We heard the door close, and yet it is open. What? Heavens help me, I'm going to try saving again. I'm actually at a point I need to stop, unfortunately. It's been like 2.5 hours, and I need to do a sort of a lunch type thing. There's so many things! Why are there so many things? Look at all the things! My God! So many things! There are a lot of things in here. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna need to, yeah, I'm just suddenly realizing we have to, there's another Orlock. There are too many Orlocks now. Alright. I think there's some interesting things here. I definitely want to take a look at them, but alas, I am out of time. So I think we are going to probably bookmark it here. As, yeah, there is a need to, there's a need to go forth and do human things. So this was interesting. I am looking forward to getting back to it. Yeah, for now I must do other things. So let us go ahead and come back to here. Hello. Hello. What do I have happening? Too many things. Too many things. So it'll be probably another day, and then we'll be doing more stuff. So I'm probably also at some point going to play City Skylines. Don't know if I'm going to try to cram it in tomorrow or not. But in theory on Monday, let me actually look at see if anyone else has said anything here. They have not. Possibly on Monday, we're going to have Don't Rest Your Head happening in the evening. I have to double check with everyone because next week is, of course, in the United States, the week of Thanksgiving, and that is a whole thing. So it's there. A lot of people are sort of don't do anything that week. So I just got to find out, double check with them. I mean, it's Monday, so it's likely that we'll be okay, but we'll see. Similar deal. I think we're also okay for Tuesday. Tuesday this Tuesday would be our game of Cult Divinity Lost. I think we're only going to have one person out, possibly, but I will double check with everyone once again to make certain. But hopefully we'll be having that on Tuesday. Wednesday we are not having Dune because we are out for Thanksgiving week for that one. And Friday I believe we are tentatively going to try to do the other Don't Rest Your Head campaign. So I think we are good. It's one campaign. It's all really one campaign. It's just two different groups, as it were. So yeah, Mondays is the Inner Circle, Fridays is the Outer Veil, and we'll see if we can keep going with that. And that is everything for now. That is penciled into the calendar, pending masses of turkeys descending from the skies. So that is currently where we're sitting with those. Like I said, I may try to squeeze in some City Skylines at some point. But that, I think, is pretty much it for the streamery. Yeah, and everything else that's coming up is happening several weeks hence. So I have, in theory, so no need to announce it at this time. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for hanging out with me. I do like this game. It's a little buggy, but we managed to not have to deal with any of that this time, so that is good. There's so many things in the judge's office. I do worry that we've missed things in the schoolroom because there's still things yet left to do in there. In particular, just turning that chalkboard. I'm just like, how do we do that? So hopefully we'll be able to find stuff in the judge's room that'll help us over in that direction, but you never know. You never know. I don't want to miss any of the content. It's vitally important. But thank you all very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And that's it for me. Do take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.